In January of 2022, we sold our little fixer-upper flip home and we moved into this big old brick building in the heart of historical downtown. This building is huge and our business was booming at the time, so we really needed more space. It was more affordable for us because we spent only $180,000 on this building, but it also needed a lot of work to make it livable and workable. We live in the upstairs while we run our business out of the downstairs. It's been 2.5 years and I think it's high time we do a little in-depth recap of all the projects we've completed in the building. This video includes never before seen footage and behind the scenes info that we haven't shared anywhere else. Come along with us as we talk about each of the projects in the order that they were done. So what are we waiting for? Let's go. Number 1 is our showroom. We own a home remodeling business called Kaleidoscope Home Co, and we run that business from the lower level of the building while living in the upstairs portion. Obviously, we have to have a space for our clients to come in and sit and discuss design options, and that is exactly what our showroom is. The showroom has happened in multiple phases spread out over 2.5 years. We first completed the accent wall, then we moved to the built-ins and the seating area. We came back and did the cool corkboard wall in the hallway, and then more recently we actually completed a new built-in desk situation for my brother Nathan, who works for us, and that concludes, I think, all of the projects that we have worked on in the showroom. Number 2 is the kitchen and dining room. This is a combo project because it kind of spiraled out of control. Whenever we opened up the wall in the kitchen, we had no clue what we were in for. There was tons of rot. We had to totally not only replace the wall in the kitchen, but also replace the flooring in the bathroom on the other side. There had been a major leak at some point, but it really turned out incredibly. We, fun fact, did not have a kitchen when we moved into the building. We did have appliances, but we did not have an actual space to call a kitchen. Going from no kitchen at all to this nice red vintage filling kitchen has been amazing. And after about 1.5 years of a totally red kitchen, I got kind of sick of it and I went back last Christmas and repainted the walls white. Ever since, I've been in love. I just love it so much. We will probably upgrade the kitchen someday, but for right now it's perfect for us and I couldn't love it more. Number 3 is Remy's room. This project was a doozy. It is to date, I think, the most expensive project we've ever completed, and that's mainly because we created a topsy-turvy bunk bed situation with a built-in desk nook underneath it, and the room was totally built from the ground up. Like, there were no walls or anything. It took a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of planning. Remy got to help pick her paint colors. She helped to pick some of her things like her bedding and her pictures on her wall. And she honestly did such a great job. We still get compliments to this day about the wall color, and she still loves it so much. We get questions about the bunk bed build all the time, and while I do believe anyone can build it, I will say it is definitely not a beginner project. It was a lot of work, but it is one of our most viral projects we have ever posted. Number 4 is the living room. So we had our showroom to welcome clients in. We had our kitchen so that we could, make our food. And Remy had her bedroom. So we were all set to finally create a space where we could hang out at the end of a long work day. This is also a space where we welcome our clients in and they come and sit down with us. So it functions as both. This room also happened in multiple phases. It started with just getting the walls completed and the furniture moved in. We later came back and completed a wallpaper accent wall with a yellow fireplace. I love to decorate this fireplace during the holidays. It is just the coolest thing ever, and you would think that yellow doesn't go with anything, but it's a mustard yellow color and it actually goes with everything. It's probably one of my favorite projects ever. Number 5 is the powder room. The powder room was actually completely functional, and we probably would have left it untouched if the rot situation in the kitchen had not happened. When we tore open the wall in the kitchen, the other side of the wall was the powder room, and it had rotted the subfloor and everything, so we had to tear it all out. We replaced the sheetrock on the walls, we replaced the subfloors, and so it was just bare bones. The walls weren't even primed, the floors were just subfloor, so we decided to tackle that as a quick little weekend project, which turned into, you guessed it, a month-long project. It turned out really good. It's super moody. This is also a fan favorite. I think a lot of people really like the moody vibes, and I'm so glad because I really wanted this to feel funky and fun and just be a space that I could play around with from a design aspect. Another fun fact is that this building was built before plumbing, so the plumbing was added after the fact. So this powder room is actually on a platform because they had to run the plumbing underneath the platform. So you have to step up to get into the powder room, which is kind of funny. It's also kind of funky. It just goes with the vibe, you know? Number 6 is the mudroom built-ins. The mudroom is not really a room. It's actually just an entryway that we call the mudroom, but we created built-ins and shoe storage and a mini closet and a bench, and it is what we call the mudroom built-ins. It's our drop zone. It's where everything goes when we first come in the house or in the building. We just drop everything there. It's been great because it's a space where I can send Remy and say, put up your shoes, hang up your coat, put up your umbrella, whatever the case. It's a great storage space and it hides a lot, but it's also really fun to decorate. And so that has been a neat little project. This is one of the most asked for paint colors that we have ever used. Number 7 is the office. The office was challenging in a lot of different ways. This was the first project where we ever attempted to strip the walls down and remove the plaster to reveal the exposed brick underneath. The brickwork on this building is absolutely beautiful. The walls are actually 2 foot thick on the outside, so she's built like a brick. And that's why we call her our Lady Commodore. This project was very tedious because we had to take a jackhammer and literally hammer out piece by piece all of the plaster that was covering the brick. Then I took a little paintbrush and by hand, I hand stained each individual brick. Then we painted the walls a moody purple color, and the rest is history. It just turned out so much better than we ever dreamed. I sit in this space every day when I work, when I'm creating content, when I'm working in the office for Kaleidoscope. It never fails that I just kind of sit back and stare at the brick and go, wow, like we did that. And they did that, like the people that built this building. It's just insane to me. I love it so much. Number 8 is the schoolroom. The schoolroom kind of happened as a last minute project because we had decided to homeschool Remy and we didn't really have a space to do that. I don't believe you need a designated homeschool room, but for us it made sense because we had this space upstairs that would work perfectly for that, just off of the kids' bedrooms, and downstairs is multi-use. So this is a space where they can have zero distractions, sit and work and play and learn, and it has been perfect just for that. There's really not a single corner of this room that isn't functional. This is also going to be a 2-phase project because only half of the room is complete. The room is actually in a hallway. It's just a very wide hallway. We have lockers, but they are not painted yet. I still need to do something with those, and we're going to kind of create a built-in situation with shoe storage underneath it. So that's a future project coming down the road, but for now it's functional. It's exactly what we need, and we use it every single day. Number 9 is Rylo's bedroom. Rylo is about to be 7 months old, and he still doesn't have his own nursery. We are actually wrapping up that project this week, and we will have a final reveal very soon. I cannot wait to share that because it has been a long time coming. We're painting his walls a dusty blue-gray color with a vintage bunny wallpaper. Some fun little knickknacks. I cannot wait to show you what all we have up our sleeves. And guys, that's it. We have officially recapped all of the projects we've completed in the building. It has been quite the journey, to say the least, and we still have so many more projects that we need to tackle, like our speakeasy, our bedroom, our bathroom upstairs, and also the shower in the hallway. If you know, you know. Make sure you stick around, you hit that follow button, because you don't want to miss everything that we have coming up in the next year. Seriously, guys, it's going to be good.